Welcome back. It's time to learn how to multiply by a one-digit factor using a different method called the standard algorithm. Remember, you may stop this lesson and rewind it at any time if you need to. You may also share this lesson with your family. Are you ready? It's time to start learning. So let's look at our helping chart first. Read the steps with me. Step 1. First, I multiply the ones by the ones. If needed, I carry any groups of tens. Step 2. Next, I multiply the ones by the tens. If needed, I carry any groups of hundreds. Step 3. Then, I multiply the ones by the hundreds. If needed, I carry any groups of thousands. Step 4. Finally, I multiply the ones by the thousands. If needed, I carry any groups of 10,000s. You can see I included an example below on this helping chart. So let's go over it. For example, I multiply 435 times 6. Step 1. First, I multiply 6 ones times 5 ones, which equals 30 ones. I write down the 0 ones, and I carry the 3 groups of tens to the tens place value. Step 2. Next, I multiply 6 ones times 3 tens, which equals 18 tens. I add the 3 additional tens, which equals 21 tens. That has a value of 210. I write down the 110, and I carry the 2 hundreds to the hundreds place value. Step 3. Then I multiply 6 ones times 4 hundreds, which equals 24 hundreds. I add the 2 additional hundreds, which equals 26 hundreds. That has a value of 2,600. I write down the 6 hundreds and the 2,000s because I have no other place values to multiply. Step 4. The final product is 2,610. Now, let's practice a couple more problems on the next screen. You'll notice we have solved these problems you're about to see in the first video using the area model method. Now it's time to solve them using the standard algorithm. I'm going to multiply 27 times 4 using the standard algorithm. First, I multiply 4 ones times 7 ones, which equals 28 ones. I write down the 8 ones, and I carry the 2 groups of tens to the tens place value. Next, I multiply 4 ones times 2 tens, which equals 8 tens. I add the 2 additional tens, which equals 10 tens. That has a value of 100. I write down the 0 tens and the 100 because I have no other place values to multiply. The final product is 108. Keep in mind, I put the addition sign in front of the value I'm carrying to remind myself to add it in after I've multiplied that place value. Now let's try one more problem together on the next screen before you get to try it all by yourself. Now I'm going to multiply 1,243 times 5 using the standard algorithm. First, I multiply 5 ones times 3 ones, which equals 15 ones. I write down the 5 ones, and I carry my 1 group of 10 to the tens place value. Next, I multiply 5 ones times 4 tens, which equals 20 tens. I add the 1 additional 10, which equals 21 tens. That has a value of 210. I write down the 110, and I carry the 2 groups of 100 to the hundreds place value. Then, I multiply 5 ones times 2 hundreds, which equals 10 hundreds. I add the 2 additional hundreds, which equals 12 hundreds. That has a value of 1,200. I write down the 2 hundreds, and I carry the 1 group of 1,000 to the thousands place value. Finally, I multiply 5 ones times 1,000, which equals 5,000s. I add the 1 additional 1,000, which equals 6,000s. That has a value of 6,000. I make sure to put my comma in, and the final product is 6,215. I have successfully multiplied 1,243 times 5 using the standard algorithm. Now it's your turn. In your math journal, MJ for Math Journal, I would like you to solve the following problem using the standard algorithm. Please solve 98 times 6 As always, make sure you line up your place value. Make sure that you talk out the steps as you work. Make sure you put your math journal back in your backpack after you're finished. Be ready to explain the standard algorithm to your partner tomorrow. And be ready to share your completed problem with the class. Can't wait to see you in the morning.